What's up guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Devin and I'm a full-time videographer, photographer in the outdoor and adventure industry. Here recently I had the opportunity to film and photograph the new Supra boat's PWT edition SA550, and this boat is awesome looking. Let me just play the clip for you here. I shot all the photos and video for that boat right here on the Panasonic Lumix GH5. I've had this camera for a few years now, and this thing is just a beast. I'm really impressed with the video quality and versatility that this camera offers. A lot of people bag on the photos that this camera produces, but in my opinion, if you know the limitations and you know how to work this camera to its fullest, you can get really good still images as well as video, obviously, out of the GH5. So that video I shot with two main lenses. One actually just being the kit lens, the 12-60. This thing is awesome. This isn't actually the one that comes with the GH5. This is one that I've kept for the years that I got with the G85 a couple years ago. That way when I upgraded to the GH5, I ended up just buying the body because I had a ton of lenses that already worked with this camera. But this lens works really, really well. There are upgrades, but honestly, this is a sharp lens and it does all I need it to do. The other lens I used on this shoot was the Lumix 42.5mm 1.7 lens. This little guy is awesome. I've been really impressed with this lens, and all the photos and video that I get out of this thing are extremely sharp, and yeah, this little guy's a beast. Love this little guy. Now I can't forget this guy, one of my all-time favorite lenses, the Lumix 7-14. This one I use for all the interior shots of the boat. When I was shooting the dash, the bow, everything, trying to make it look as wide and beautiful as possible, capturing the whole scene, and really just, it feels like you're there. Just one of my favorite lenses. And then last but definitely not least, I used the Panasonic 100-400 lens. This guy is an absolute monster. Extremely sharp lens, stabilized. You'd be surprised at how still I can hand hold most images and video with this guy, plus the in-body stabilization of the GH5 combined with the lens stabilization. This thing is incredible. This I really use to compress the background in the images and video. That way the mountains in the background really stood out in the photos and just made it really impressive. This guy, definitely a favorite. Now, for all the running shots where the boat was moving, I was in another boat right beside it using my Ronin S. This guy is perfect for that. And I was shooting that on the kit lens. That way, if we got a little too close or if they were a little too far, I could zoom in from 12mm all the way to 60mm on this guy, and just keeping it nice and steady on the DJI Ronin S. I filmed all those shots at 4K 60 frames per second. That way I can slow it down in post and make it even more smooth if there were any bumps or handheld shakes. Then last but not least, the secret weapon, a water housing. This I actually physically got in the water with. It was pretty chilly, but I did wear a dry suit. Yeah, so I shot with a GH5 and my Sea Frogs water housing, and really impressive. Can't say enough about this guy. I did use the flat port on that shoot because I wasn't using a wide angle lens. If you're using a wide angle lens, anything from 8 to 16 to even 35mm, probably recommended to use a dome port. Those are really cool. I've got one of those and I'll share with you guys in another video. But for this shoot, since I was on an 85 equivalent, I was on a flat port. That way I could get some nice smooth bokeh effect on the water in front of me, as well as compress a little bit of the background. But this guy, really impressive. If you guys have been considering getting a water housing, check out Sea Frogs. not sponsored. I'm just a big fan. And this one's for the GH5, but they make them for all sorts of cameras. It's really impressive. This little guy is awesome. Pretty much everything in the video I shot in 4K at 60 frames per second. Occasionally I did bump it up to 120 frames per second or 180 frames per second, just to have a few extra slow-mo options. Well guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to share a quick how-to and how I shot the video with you guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you guys like this type of video, leave it a thumbs up, comment down below what you might want to see next time, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video.